All right, Libra, welcome to this weekly horoscope for February 22nd to the 28th. My name is Athen. So this week we've got a lot of emphasis with Saturn, which has been transiting your second house of your sense of self-worth and value. So that's going to be activated this week. We're also in the first quarter phase of these new beginnings of the new moon that recently took place last week in your fifth house of self-expression, joy, fun, happiness, enjoying life, and of course by going with the flow with that Neptune in the fifth. But in either case, it could be entrepreneurship, a new creative project, whatever it is for you. The moon is going to be in its first quarter phase now of that. So putting energy towards those things actively this week is going to be the key, and that's setting the sort of foundation of the energies moving into March. So it starts on Sunday when we have Venus and Mars very close to each other in that sixth house, continuing from last week of enjoying the health, the routine, the regiment, the craft, these types of things. These planets coming together is very powerful, very passionate, and it has to do with enjoying initiation. So perhaps you're realizing when you're taking that initiation with the health, routine, or craft, or whatever, self-improvement, it's enjoyable. So continue with that this week. The energy is still going to be there. It can be a nice foundation for the week and overall satisfaction. Now on Monday, that's when the moon goes into its first quarter phase, and it's going to be in Aries, and the sun's going to be squaring up to Saturn. Now the Saturn element here is the only challenging element of the week, so we want to work with the energies here. Instead of squaring up to them, we want to work with them. So the key here is to step into that disciplined approach with that second house. So if you guys are, let's say, getting the finances taken care of, or anything on the resources, wealth, or things like this that you've been putting energy and hard work into, you want to continue to do that with working with these new beginnings as best as you can. They may seem a little bit squared, a little bit opposed, but it's working with them nonetheless. And by stepping into that mature approach to it will help guide you and facilitate that process this week. And if it's not things on that physical level, it might just have to do, and this is probably more general for all of you, is your sense of self-worth, sense of self-value. Building that. There's structures being built there, and so it's just integrating that with these new beginnings the best you can by stepping into that Saturnian approach. Now on Tuesday, things lighten up. We've got Venus trining up to Saturn, so that's a nice element there. And then Mars is going to be trining up to Saturn here on Wednesday as well. So nice positive energy from these two planets in that sixth house, like I said. So perhaps it is with that health, routine, regiment, whatever it is for you with the sixth house, supporting you with these changes this week with this energy. But in either case, I think you'll be enjoying the discipline, hard work, maturity when it comes to that second house, and there's a lot of energy that can be put into it as well. So if it is anything you're working on in particular with that, a nice positive flow from Mars as well. Now on Wednesday, also the sort of middle part of the week here, the sun's going to be going over Neptune, which is that fifth house. Like I said, there's this whole spiritual process to your creativity, self-expression, and enjoyment of life. It's about going with the flow here. So with the sun going over Neptune, it's an awareness, it's a new understanding, perhaps intuition developing, but it's coming from compassion too. So it's understanding that what you say or what you express and who you are and who you're radiating and just showing the world, it's important that it comes from that compassion and presence and peace. So whatever that is, I think it's just an altruistic, selfless kind of Neptunian energy of that flow and compassion, which will facilitate these changes this week. Now on Wednesday as well, middle part, we've got Mercury trining up to the North Node. You guys recently learned something over the past few weeks in regards to home, family, your roots, or something to do with your feelings. And so that energy is supporting you this week with a trine from Mercury up to the North Node of your overall life path, of your purpose this year, which is a part of the big picture stuff of your overall life. But this year, your life path is about the spiritual stuff, going with the flow, taking it easy, making sure you're getting that rest and relaxation, working behind the scenes in what you're doing with that North Node transiting that 12th house, connecting to self on that deep spiritual level. So positive energy there for you, an opportunity there for you to put more energy towards that path of yours. Now over the weekend, we've got the moon in Gemini, which is your 9th house. So this would actually be a good weekend to do anything philosophical, expansive, studying philosophy, anything that opens you up mentally, spiritually, or physically over the weekend. All right, Libra, have a fantastic week. Thank you again for all of your support. If you'd like a personal reading, you can check the link down below for the YouTube discount, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.